He wants to talk to you.
Do you like what I'm wearing?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing the brand new merch.
No, you're
What's
not.
it say on it?
That's not the merch.
It's Boston.
No, that just says Boston.
That's just Boston.
No,
Hey.
Archie, edit the merch on me. I'm looking
Archie,
so
oh yeah, Archie,
sexy.
edit it on.
Move a lot, so it's
That
a
takes
lot of work
Archie
for
a
him.
lot of
Yeah, so
time
we did
to
the
do.
thing.
Oh,
we did the
you
thing
better-
again, where we understock our merch and then it sells out. Sorry, but this time we ordered. We set up pre-orders, and Aiden, explain it.
We have a pre-order. That means your merch that you're buying isn't made yet, and we don't have it. But it also means that it can't run out of stock.
And you'll
now.
never get it.
And it'll arrive eventually. Who knows
You'll
when?
never
Hey.
see your merch ever.
Go to the yard.sale if you want merch and you missed out, because it's not too late for you. And now enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the rest of the
And
episode.
Zipper gave us a thumbs up, so you can have your candy right now. You can
Did
have
you
it.
hear about the fentanyl candy?
Smoking weed. Dude, Nick was saying it, and he's right. I need to stop making smoking weed songs.
Why is that Ludwig Unders?
I went to Twitchcon and I met up with Ludwig. One of the first things I said was like, the weed smoking songs are poisoning our minds.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find myself singing one to myself every day, everywhere I go.
Smoking weed.
I do every single
One last
place.
toke for
One last toke for me now. I do this all day, every day, and I was like, both All Right Man and weed smoking songs.
You say all right, man?
I'll say like
No
an All Right
way.
Man. Like I'll just like say it like it's just like a phrase I'll use.
Yeah, like
and
a
not the whole
punctuation
voice.
mark.
And I'm like, both of those things have completely ruined my brain.
It hits me the hardest when I'm at home alone with just the animals, but I think I'm like borderline schizophrenic. Like I walk around
No, you're
and I
actually
just
schizophrenic.
talk to the cats in like full conversations with
do
like a
that.
weird like, oh, it's a gifted man. You hate the other cat, man. And then I do that all day.
I do that to my stuffed shark from IKEA.
Every one of us has been touched by you in some
Okay,
way.
hold on. One of them is alive.
What?
Let's clarify that yours is a
Well,
stuffed
wait,
animal.
mine reacts.
That's a real
Mine
cat.
happened to Durs.
Not what I
No.
Coots did it.
Coots finally
Coots got it done.
Coots finally with the Mr.
Let
Mustard.
me say, while you guys were busy this weekend,
You
Slime
were studying the blade.
at Big House, I was studying the blade with Swift and Durs and Coots.
You were practicing swords,
Yeah, on them.
like Fruit Ninja, but
and-
with the guys.
And you two, you were busy and then went to TwitchCon, so you're basically not here. And then you were gone to TwitchCon a whole weekend. I'm just in the house with the animals, alone, chopping it up with them.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty style.
I learned two things. One, Durs's life is hell. When I don't have to pay attention to Durs normally, I think I just get little spurts of like Durs being angry sometimes. Durs's life is torture now, and it's because of Coots. Coots makes Durs's life miserable at every turn, and I have learned that after taking care of him for a weekend. I actually feel really bad for Durs.
You're
His
like
life is
Jane Goodall in the Chimps.
yeah, I'm learning.
With
I'm
two
learning about
cats.
them, and I'm one of the cats. I'm the third cat.
Yeah, you're the third cat. You're the big gay cat they like.
How do you feel about this?
Second thing first.
Second thing is me and Swift's relationship mended. I took him out to pee Saturday night, and we go out back, so he's like peeing in the dark, and then I'm like, you know what? And then I, about 6 feet to the left of Swift, pee with him at the same time.
I do that.
We peed
Wait,
together.
actually?
Yeah.
That's what I believe you now. Swift loves Ludwig.
And our relationship, and Swift loved me more for the rest of the weekend, and I think it's because I peed
Sometimes
with him.
I shit where he shits.
Yeah.
You know? Figure he smells me a bit more.
Father and
Didn't-
son.
didn't
type
get
of
there
thing.
yet.
You guys
But-
trade off taste testing?
Well, don't trade off.
Yeah.
I just eat his.
Right. Yeah.
Crab
Swift-
cake, Swift says.
Swift doesn't poop with me at all, so I think that's the last barrier in our relationship.
I
good.
hate when you watch a pets.
Why?
Why?
Because I come back to shit everywhere.
It's true.
They shit
Why is it his fault?
because they have zero respect for him. They think they can shit everywhere because he's a pushover.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
No, let's
yeah,
correct the record.
you have no authority. Even animals don't listen when you speak.
Your children will shit on the floor.
The
Yeah.
shit
I will shit
is
on your
only
children.
Coots. It's Coots' poop. And Coots does that when you guys are home.
He did. Aiden was mad about this when I got here before, like when I was like eating food in the kitchen. He was telling me about it. So this tracks.
Coots shits on the floor all the time, whether you're here or not.
No, not when I'm here.
Also, last time you guys were
Wrong.
gone, you and Cutie were gone, and I was watching them, I cleaned shit off of your bed sheets for you.
Yeah, that is
For
so
you.
dog of you to say
So
that to him.
sorry that your cat, who you're not capable of training, that you pushed your girlfriend to get.
True.
You pushed
It's
your,
just
you
true.
pushed your girlfriend?
And you
No.
pushed her in real
Downstairs?
life. Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Can I?
You said, Cutie, if we don't
With
get
a
this cat, I'm
gun?
going to push
And
you down
she
the
said-
stairs.
Ludwig did
Apology
what?
accepted. Welcome back to the Yard, episode 117, everybody.
Wow.
We finally
Hey,
hit
episode.
it.
It's been a
Hope you
long
upset.
Yeah.
road, you know?
It's actually 104.
117.
You know, we did a...
53.
Jesus.
You're just saying
I
numbers.
have no idea. I
You're
have no.
usually the guy.
I think it's 58.
58.
I'm pretty
We're
sure.
in the 60s,
Zipper just
guys.
said what
We're
with
in
his
the
real
60s?
We're in the
voice.
60s.
No,
Zipper didn't use the
shut
Are
up.
vocoder.
we on 60?
Oh.
I was going to say
66.
65. I was going to say
Really?
65.
I don't think
my
about
brain
shit.
is broken.
I don't
Holy
go
shit.
outside. I don't think about shit. Numbers.
I don't do shit.
None of that shit.
We're deep in this podcast.
How do you feel about it so far, Ludwig?
When do they die?
Podcams?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
what's
they
the
don't.
average?
That's the beauty, is because people get really weird and then they'll make Reddit posts about how nobody's friends anymore, and then it'll be a thing for like 2 years.
What are you talking
And
about?
then the fan base will never go away.
Is this a reference that I
I'm
don't
thinking
know?
about like my brother and me.
Is this a
Which-
podcast?
which I never listened to. I listened to like one clip of it, which is really funny. But there's apparently like a lot of like drama around how people think that the people on the podcast like each other. And I'm like,
Oh, it's like a Mythbusters thing,
yeah.
except maybe not real.
And it's like sometimes they'll like argue on the podcast and people are like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. And I think that's really funny because people do that with us, but
No.
it'll get more and more intense as our viewers age and like get more attached to us. And then eventually Aiden's entrails will end up on a wall somewhere.
That'll be me. Or
Ye-
Coots,
What?
who do that to him.
Yeah, sure.
Who do you think our friendship has grown stronger or weaker because of the podcast?
Because of the podcast?
Well, because the podcast has existed over the past 66 weeks.
So if it didn't exist,
Do you mean
would we be
because of,
better
or do you mean
friends?
during that time? Just irrelevant to the cause of the podcast.
Yes,
The second one.
correct.
Okay, so I think what he's trying to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Ludwig, with your words, use your voice, is that if the podcast never existed in parallel universes, the one we live in now and the one where we never do this, are we better friends or worse friends? And now he's putting the mic near his butthole, and there it is.
Oh, yuck. Dude,
And boom goes the dynamite.
he's been doing this so much more.
Dude, you guys are just mean.
Yeah.
What?
Slime, you don't understand the influence you have both vocabularily and
Oh.
also assholily.
All right, man.
Both in terms of what comes out of my ass and how mean I am.
We're like little slimes that split off from you with different aspects of your personality.
Even Cutie. Even Cutie walks around being like, okay, Swift man, hi Swift man. How many of the listeners do you think have been infiltrated by your mind tricks?
People say that they call things bears a lot, which is cool. I think that's funny.
We need a thing.
I think I realized today when I was texting Yingling, when I looked at 4 texts and they all ended with man, that
Yeah.
like I might have a problem.
No, Yingling's fucked. Yingling's brain is gone.
Yingling is just
He's
like
hit the pen
Do
one
not
too many
talk
times.
about my little kitten like that.
Yingling is computer RAM. Every time he goes to sleep, it just resets, and he has to relearn everything that
this
morning.
is why- this is why-
51st dates?
Yeah,
This is why the era of me, him, and XQC living together is going to be so exciting. Because-
that's a podcast.
Aiden's trying to sell this to X. Aiden's like, all right, you're in LA. You need a roommate. What about this? My man Yingling.
What the fuck is this guy? What?
And yeah, X is like, who's Yingling? I was like, oh, he's my personal assistant who gave you clothes the other day. He's like, it's cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's cool.
Don't know if I'm gonna fucking live with him, but it would be a sitcom.
That'd be the best
Aiden's
tagline.
dream is just to live between them.
Yeah. Heaven or hell, make your choice.
We're talking about how me and him enjoy the ambient sound of XQC streaming.
I
10 hours a
love
day.
it. I
Do you
love
like it too?
I love X being here.
Dude, I'm so settled into it. It's so
I
comforting.
like that I can just kind of walk out and he might come out of the room and just like tell me about something for like 10 minutes and then leave. And it's so, his energy is so high.
Yeah,
And I'm just
dude.
like, this is crazy.
He's great from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.
But that's all day.
That's
well,
most of the day.
What
That- at night, it can be, he's scary.
Oh, right.
Because he
'cause
goes
night
demon
terrors.
That's fine.
mode.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
call
Well,
someone to accept it.
everything comes at a cost.
Because he,
When-
turns
when-
into the witch.
He turns
from
into
Left
Mr.
2.
Hyde. And then he starts smashing. Not his fault, but damn, he smashes.
Do you think that
Has he done it more than once here?
No.
Do you think that he likes it here?
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah, he does.
That's
In my
nice.
head, him streaming upstairs is sort of this nice real life version of having his stream open in a little window on my computer screen.
Yeah.
But then it's like one of those, one of those YouTube videos that's like, I'm at a party in 2009 in the bathroom while like the music plays
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, the Drake and Josh song. It literally makes me tear up when I think about that video.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that. There's like a little filter on XQC's audio.
Yeah, it's low pass.
Yeah, sometimes I hear Ludwig like table slam. I'm like, oh, I gotta poke that stream open, see what happened in the video game. But now I hear X just scream, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I have enough time. I can get to this stream in time.
Yeah, the delay is huge.
Mhm.
That was one of my favorite eras of living with Ludwig is when he did Jump King. Or
that was the worst era.
Pogostuck, sorry.
That was the worst
Pogo
era.
sucked
No,
too.
because we would all watch it in the living room together.
But it was horrible.
cool at the beginning.
And
it
then
was,
he kept losing,
and
bro.
then there was
But
the one
dude,
day.
the tension
there was
was
the
so
one
sick.
day where we watched you for 3.5 hours straight
it was
together.
It was the best content you ever put out.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you get to decide that?
That's the only time we have all watched you together in the living room for that length of time.
Think about that.
Yeah, your slime on the scene was peak of any YouTube video.
Well, hey, it was what the fans say. I can't argue with.
I thought that would hurt him. The other day I'm in his chat and I try to trigger him on purpose
Oh, I'm so fucking mad, bro.
because he does the outro of every Valorant stream where he fades to black, then puts text on screen. And I was like, damn, this is innovative.
Yeah, because
And I baited him so hard.
yeah, I turned my mic back on in like silence on a black screen and said, "It's not fucking innovative, Ludwig."
And
You
then I'm
piece of
like,
shit.
you're such a
and then I
genius.
wrote, damn, baited. And then he goes, you didn't fucking bait me, man.
You're a genius.
Well, no, because we already talked about it. Because like I will fade out my stream and people will be like, "Dude, this is like a movie. This is like changing the game." And I told Ludwig how stupid that is that people say that. And so Ludwig was just being a
I guess
chatter.
we're right. The fans are right because you are how you feel.
You're getting
you know?
owned right now.
Yeah, yeah.
How you say poop wee wee?
Poop and wee wee and dooley sausage.
Me and X were talking a lot of French last night because I was drunk off the Malbec.
Yeah.
And he
Oh, you
said,
were drunk,
yeah, I was drunk.
dude.
Why, did you say something nice to you? What happened?
Ludwig was just Ludwig was being a menace, but it wasn't. He didn't seem like drunk Ludwig. I couldn't see. I looked into his eyes and I saw him, so I was like, "Wait, you're here with me."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
get out.
and I kept telling him, "You're not drunk, but you're also not high wig." So I don't know what's going on right now.
What was the
I
special?
think he was just wine drunk or something. It was
Oh.
different.
Well,
like a different type.
it's a mixture of being a bit wine drunk, but also when I don't stream, I'm just full menace. Like all fucking weekend to every streamer I could, I was like, yo, you got this on your shirt? And then I'd be like, you want to check out what a viewer gave me? And I was doing that
You're just like
all
me.
weekend.
I just don't have an outlet, so I do what I. Dude, this rules. We're the same.
We're a little different.
No.
Well, because sometimes your little bits cause harm.
Well, I'm also a hater and evil.
Yeah.
No, he's different because I would just be like, "Hey, Lud, do you want to go home with me tonight?" And he'd go, "Meow," and I'm like,
That's so base.
"I'm like, what does that? What does that mean?"
It's not base.
What does that mean?
X
It's
started
not
meowing.
Oh.
That is so fucking funny.
And then every time I'd ask him, like, I just want to know if you want to go with me because I'm going to leave tonight. And he would just start doing a different cat thing. He'd like lick his hands.
Okay.
And then he would come over and I'm like, all right, so do you want to go? And he's like, meow.
Dude, we were at the partner lounge. It was
man.
me, Hasan, and I forget who else. And we're just at this table together. And I call H-Rock to find out where he is. And I put him on speaker. I don't tell him though. And the first thing I say when he picks up is I go, "Hello, my little kitten." And he goes, "Meow."
Holy shit.
Right in front of Hasan.
That's great.
Oh God, it felt amazing. Hasan just starts fucking laughing at him. Oh, it was great.
So you went to you went Sunday. You went to the whole pimped out cum dump
Almost
no loads
all, yeah.
refuse event.
Yeah.
Did you refuse any loads?
Not one. Not
My
one
man.
load. Well, actually, the only thing I refused to load up was signing their shitty Twitch badge.
Whose?
People just asked
Like-
you to sign their Twitch badge.
I was like, I would do some because I'm soft, but I would say no to half the others. It's the only thing I would say no to.
Why?
Because it takes a long time to sign, and I think it's a lot less valuable of a memory than a picture. And the thing I am signing more specifically is just so shit. It's like they
you can't
printed
really
it
see
on
the
site.
signature and yeah.
They printed it on site. It's sticky. You can see the print lines. Like if you have a shirt, a hat, I don't care. But
Okay.
the badge is just going to literally melt away in a month.
Dude, someone came over to you at Big House. I want to hear about Twitchcon, but Big House, some guy came up with a shrink-wrapped copy of Over the Hedge on DVD.
Wow.
And he said, "Hey, Slime, can I have you sign something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he pulls it out and he starts unwrapping it. And the front of it, maybe you could pull it up, Zipper. The front of this DVD cover is just one of the bald animals, like a turtle.
Doesn't it have the turtle from the emote on Twitch?
Yeah.
I've never seen
think
it.
so.
I've never seen the movie. But I was like, yep. So it's that second image right there. And I was like, why? I asked him, I was like, why am I signing this? Because I thought he was trying to get me to sign a bald guy, like next to the turtle. And he's like, dude, I promise, you're just the first person. And I feel like you would sign it and then other people would sign it. I'm going to get more signatures. I'm like, okay. And I did. And then he came and found me hours later. He was like, look, I wasn't lying, dude.
It's like that one guy who let me sign his social security card.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's money.
It was at a Rocket League event. I think I told it on the pod before.
You did that?
No, you did not.
Yeah.
I think I would remember
What?
that.
The guy,
That's
It must be a copy, right?
it was the real one.
That's
I
money.
could tell it was like the material.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
You
you're
did
based. Yeah.
That is so
How do I
bad.
What's
not
bad
do it?
about it?
That's like a very important legal document.
Who cares?
Now it's
Who
even-
asked?
The government.
Plus ratio.
Now it's even more important.
Plus bald.
Yeah, what do you think? The Fed's gonna be like, damn, is that Nick?
They're gonna be like,
Imagine.
they're gonna be like, wait, which envy?
He's so he's like the Texas
Envy the Puff or what?
Which envy?
Which
puff?
Envy the Puff?
Twitchcon was all right.
Why'd you go Sunday? Why do you go to shit?
I just like it's like the industry we're in. I just like to go to stuff and like be there and see what
Why?
it's like. It's just like cool to
What
see
do you
big
like
old.
about stuff that's not a Melee tournament?
I think it's cool to just like this is the thing that we're all involved in, and to just go and just see big Fortnite statues and events and games and to see what everyone's doing. I just want to see it.
with you till you said you went for a fucking Fortnite statue.
Is that what you
Well, no,
want?
I'm-
What's
I was-
that? What's that mean?
I was
is
talking
that?
about the last
they have-
TwitchCon. They had like the whole
They had the battle bus.
separate section for only the Fortnite place, and that you could stand in the title screen and drink chug jugs. And I was like, this is all cool.
That was where the Cum Dump event was last year. It was in the battle bus.
That was just an example.
No
Not that it was
loads were
here.
refused on the
No,
bus.
no.
That was
loads.
just an example of like I just like to go and see it.
That was like
It's gaming
PAX, I think it was PAX like 3. It was the one right before COVID, I think. But they built out a gigantic Fortnite-themed mini golf course in one of the convention center buildings downtown. And it was wild. That was back when Fortnite was like $300 million in revenue a month.
Yeah.
And we're going to spend it on mini golf.
And my plan was to go like walk through the venue for a little bit and spend the rest of my time like outside in San Diego. But then we just ended up hanging out with Hasan all day, and so we were.
How was that? Did he complain?
No,
He's always having a bad day. Did he have some bad days?
He had some bad days in there.
Fucking A,
Tell
man.
you what.
not when I was there.
Hasan,
He
it'll-
told me I restored the
it'll get better.
vibes.
Really?
Yeah, he told me that the weekend had terrible vibes, and they stopped the second I got here. And he's like, "I'm sure they're related." And he said, "I restored the vibes."
Wow.
Why were there bad vibes?
He had 2 people come up to him, maybe 3, that were kind of weird,
Yeah.
that were trying to get a reaction out of him.
Like weed, how?
They were bringing up Sam Hyde, who is
Ooh, yeah.
a Nazi and,
And wants to fight Hasan
wants to
with
fight
his hands.
Hasan.
And that's annoying to Hasan.
This is I realize that the answer doesn't really matter. I want to clarify, but is Sam Hyde actually a Nazi or is it for the bit?
Do your own research, liberal.
Yeah, why are you
thanks.
asking 3 guys
Yeah,
who don't
I'll educate
fucking...
myself.
Yeah, what are
Thank
you
you.
gonna? We're waiting
I
for the
got,
Michael
I
Barbaro
got
episode.
shit on my own hands today.
I
I
got
would
so
love
much-
a Michael
Huh?
Barbaro Sam Hyde interview.
Skip over that.
No, that would be hype. You're right, Aiden. Let's stay on that.
You can't
You guys
tell
shit
me
on your own hands.
that
and
would
that
be
would
funny.
be hype, and we could orchestrate
How
that.
did you do that?
Because then it's like an interview type of thing.
Curious.
So I went to Big House.
Yo, so you went to Big House while we went to TwitchCon, and you tweeted out some subtweet bullshit.
Yeah.
Like your 7th grader.
Yeah.
You went, anyone who went to TwitchCon that can L cancel
Over Big House.
instead of
you know
going
what's
to Big
crazy
House
about this?
is fucking on hood
You know
watch.
what's crazy about
That's
this
right.
is that the only reason I did not go to Big House because I wanted to was I thought none of my friends were going,
Really?
and then I found out you were going like a day before, and I was like, oh, I would have gone.
Well, you could still have gone.
Not the day before.
Oh,
I'm
the
not
day-
gonna book
oh,
a flight like the day
I
before.
said it in the boys' Discord. You don't read it
I made
anymore.
a similar.
You don't
Crazy.
read it anymore.
I do.
I read that shit.
You
Not
know-
you, bro. Not
Yeah,
you, little bro.
Ludwig-
You know what's funny is
Ludwig
I've-
checks in.
I've been seeing you open that Discord, which is funny.
He typed in there recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know why
It's
I looked
crazy.
on his computer. It's because he cleared all of his Discords. I remember it was like a year ago. Our Discord of the boys was like fucking 7 yards down his
Look at
list.
this.
And I
you're
was like-
fucking-
All the way in Stoke.
And I was like, "Why is that one all the way down there, bro?" And he's like, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. And he got all defensive. Now he cares about his friends and he hugs me when he sees me. What the fuck happened?
So to answer your question, our friendship has gotten better. That's
He's a cat now.
Yeah.
What? I could have swore Ludwig had a dream where I died or something. He's just really appreciative of me being around now.
Don't prod him right now. He's in this sensitive, loving state. We want him to stay in it.
Did you do ayahuasca?
This is
Bobby
nice.
Scar?
I did ayahuasca. I had ego death, and now I love
Fucking,
again.
I tweeted out.
Who'd you subtweet? Who are you referring to? Be
Honestly,
honest.
you want the honest truth?
Yes, this cam.
Ashcon.
Afghans.
What?
Yeah.
You're obsessed,
Wait,
little bro.
that makes no sense.
Because I just thought, or it's more that tier of person.
Wait, but Afghans is all in on content, very little in on melee.
I liked the version of this where I continued to believe that it was about Ashcon because that's way funnier to me.
Ashcon thought it was about him.
No, it wasn't about Ashcon.
Ashcon also works at Loaded, so it wouldn't make sense.
Ashcon works at Loaded now?
Yeah.
You guys are such bad friends.
I knew this.
I knew that. You're the bad friend.
You didn't know that.
No, I did.
You don't even know what Loaded is.
Dude, I talked to Ashcon.
You stop at Load and you're
He
like,
told me
none
before-
refused.
He told me That's true.
Yeah.
No, Afghan's fine. I just think it's like TwitchCon to me is just like, as someone who already hates going to events, it's like you're just going there because it's like a career thing, and it's like it's not gonna. It's weird. It's weird.
All right, we got the 5 fingers of fake. Number 1, was it weird that the Veil went to TwitchCon instead of the Big House?
I don't know.
Who?
Was it weird that Void went to TwitchCon instead of the Big House?
So ultimate players are allowed to
They
skip
don't have
Big
to L
House?
cancel.
That's true. Yes.
He also can L cancel and beat you in melee.
He's really good at melee, but ultimate players are allowed to skip Big House because Juggle Guy has traditionally been really shit to the ultimate players, and they're allowed to call that tournament Mickey Mouse.
So then we can just already clear Nakat and EE.
Yeah, but who cares about them?
Wow. 5 fingers of fake continues. Hugs.
Oh, 100% fake.
Wow.
Hugs goes to tournaments to fucking...
Hugs will be fake for
You
going
don't
to Big
think Hugs
House.
did his time?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's unfortunately the problem. Yes, he did his time,
Hugs did his time, man.
but it's like, come on. I don't know. Look,
Hungrybox did both.
Isn't that crazy?
I was gonna ask.
Honestly, goat.
Dude, some
someone
guy asked me to sign his badge, and his only other signature was H-box, and I literally, my brain broke. I was like, because I was only there Sunday, and I'm like, is he here today? It was the only one.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, this guy has only been here today.
That was that best guy's day of that.
And I was just like,
that's life.
how did he do this?
You could have pulled the Crush. When I once saw Crush take a copy of someone's melee, and they were having a bunch of players sign it, and Crush took the copy and then just signed over Mango and then gave it back.
That's crazy.
That's so sick.
That's so mean. I could never do that. I'd feel so bad.
What?
If I signed over somebody that they were excited about.
Yeah, sure.
This is good.
Especially the GOAT.
I know we're on the 4th finger, but
5th finger.
somebody needs to clarify for me, because I know Hungrybox was at TwitchCon on Thursday and Friday.
Friday morning he flew out.
Flew to Big House, but then on Saturday he posted like a Team Liquid like party video, and I was like, did he fly back to TwitchCon?
I don't know.
There was a Team Liquid party, but I think the party,
Or did he store the video and
party-
post
Is this
it
why he
next
was
day?
late?
But I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
you
I
know
was like,
what?
did he fly back to TwitchCon and then fly back to
I've
Big
connected
House?
the dots for you. He was at TwitchCon Thursday. The party for Liquid was Friday night. It was the backup party to the Faze party, which was a little harder to get into, and he's also Liquid. And then he probably flew in Saturday morning and was late for his pools.
He wasn't late for his pools. He was late for top 32 the next day.
On
Top
Sunday.
94, sorry. But which was also funny. Because he's just like, yeah, I don't know. They told me that, and everyone in the world was like, "No, we didn't."
Dude, here's why this
It's
tweet.
like, what the fuck?
Why this tweet is so
We
fucking
gotta
stupid.
move on from Juan. It's too much Juan talk.
It's too much Juan talk.
The average iteration's going
I
down.
want to go.
The
I
average
want to
iter-
go. I want to do
Save
it.
it for Aiden Mail.
Why don't
Give me
we-
my
why don't we
fifth-
give him
give
a
me the
minute?
5th finger,
Give him
bro.
a minute, and he's got to get the
just
fuck
give me
out
the
of here.
5th finger.
He's just trying to.
Just give me the
you want to
finger.
dog Juan for a minute?
No,
You're always
I don't
asking
care.
for the 5th finger.
I don't care. Just give me the 5th finger.
5th finger's Ludwig.
The only enjoyable for you.
Ludwig, okay, listen. Ludwig, you are fine. I think you've reached a point to where you can go to TwitchCon and not Big House because you're putting on a tournament that's running at a 6-figure loss.
Meow.
Yeah, okay, that's great. I did though. I had this plan. It was I didn't execute it because like it takes too much coordination. It's kind of very self-serving, but I thought it'd be really funny to gather a bunch of people or even get on stage during like a time where like no players were on and have and just do like the Mr. Beast pan at the mall and everyone just says fuck Ludwig. I thought that would be hype. But I didn't want to organize it because it's kind of like a look at me type of thing.
Yeah.
So
It is, but it would have been funny.
it would have been funny.
I
It
will
wasn't worth
say,
it though.
to join the fuck Afghans train, even though I went up to him, God bless his heart, I think he's doing great things, and I think he'll be very successful.
Yeah, he's nice.
He said he could beat me in Melee, and I was like, clown behavior.
That's crazy.
Clown behavior.
You went to TwitchCon.
This is just a bait to play.
Do you know his
him
evidence?
in a show
Yeah.
match?
His evidence
Bro,
was I beat Exter,
Who is that?
Who's extra?
Bro.
my 16-year-old mod.
Bro.
Like the little guy with the lab.
Yeah,
No,
he's got that sister DD.
Didn't
and the
you
mom
beat
with
your
the dump
mods?
truck.
I destroyed Exter 10 straight on
Yeah,
his stream.
and then Exer got like the one right at the end.
So we played on my stream, and I was playing Fox Puff, my Fox, his Puff, and then he like beat me into something, like a best 3 popped off. Then I got mauled, ended stream, went on his stream, and then beat him 10 straight. And then he went back on my stream, and I think I like 3-0'd him the last time we played.
No.
Let's go.
And
No.
I'll never let him win again because he takes it to heart too much.
Yeah, you can't let him gloat too much. I'm the same way. You know, I beat Zeke in a couple friendlies and he money matched me and I got real mad.
Oh, I've overheard you and Aiden play. Don't worry.
I might
We're
have-
the same. You
might
know
have
what I
heard it.
found out? Connor, your friend Connor,
Yeah.
and also my friend. I like Connor a
Eat
lot.
pant?
No, Connor Kelly, one of the TOs.
Contra.
Contra.
Oh.
He was telling me so much about how evil you used to be. And I realized that when I'm evil to Aiden in the setup, he takes it because he knows. He knows he has no leg to stand on. He said
Hold on.
He said no. He said this story about like Taco Bell once. Like you tried to order Taco Bell and you got some whack ass basic bitch item and everyone in the dorm made fun of you and you had like a shit day and then they started playing Melee and you got your dick mixed up in Melee and you started freaking out on everyone.
I don't. Wait, in the dorm?
I've also erased my evil Ludwig memories.
In the dorm?
But I realized that's why he doesn't ever stop me from being evil to him because he himself knows.
I don't think Connor ever
This
stayed
is
with
the
me
most.
in my dorm.
This is the most slime thing ever. To be like, the reason you take my shit is because you're evil.
I just need to hear Connor. I need to
It's
hear
true.
Connor tell me the
it's true.
story.
Tell me it's true.
I don't remember
He's
this.
no longer
not
evil.
that
He's
part.
expelled his evilness, and he takes your evil because he thinks he's better than you at Melee. That's why he takes your evil.
Is that true? Is that what you think?
No.
Well, hold on.
Wait, I
You
take.
should. You're better
hold
than
on,
me.
I'm being bombarded by a lot of thoughts about who I am right now.
He's a top 2,000 player.
I have remedied a lot of toxic Melee behavior,
No longer evil.
Is that
but
true?
I don't think that's why I like withstand your bombardment when we play.
Not because you think you're better?
No.
Okay, that was my hard read.
No, this is obvious. He used to never take it, and then I told him you can't get mad. You have to just laugh. That's all you can do.
That's what I used to do. That's what I did when we first started playing.
No, you do this now.
No. I used to laugh when we first started playing
And then
because
someone be like, you think it's fucking funny? You think I'm
Yeah.
fucking joking around?
Because
You think this is fucking
didn't
funny?
think
Still laughs.
it
I've
took
watched
me,
him do this.
It took me so long to figure out that you weren't kidding.
Dude, I keep looking over at Aiden and his hair keeps getting bigger and bigger because he's running his hands through it. I literally looked over and it was like a cowboy
Look.
hat. Sorry, go ahead.
All
I'm just
of this
saying,
aside,
that was my theory.
all of this
Pass
aside,
that shit, brother.
it's not because I don't think I have a leg to stand on. But I will acknowledge that I've fully embraced my past toxicity in the game, which is like I'm not going to tell you I didn't camp Palika out 3 stocks down until he quit the
Yeah,
setup.
because you're proud of that. You think
I'm
that's
not proud
funny.
of it. No, I think I would never do that now. That is like grimy and shitty, and I think that was bad of me.
Interesting.
We shamed him.
Yes.
Throw me in a match against Chef Q. It's an 8-minute timeout, and I'm
Don't
winning.
talk about Chef Q, man. We're bringing up
Did
Chef Q.
camp you?
I camped him.
Oh.
He camped him on a friendly where we were waiting in like SoCal Coliseum on stream. And it was like a friendly rotation of me, Chef Q, who plays Samus, who at the time,
Was this friendlies?
and Ludwig. And then Ludwig timed him out in a friendly.
That's funny.
Okay, hold on.
It was
We
insane.
go
That's
around-
funny.
you guys might have already answered it. Who have you camped the hardest in your Melee career?
Ooh, I have mine.
I have
top
mine.
of my head. Because I used to get on Anthers and Shino Stall a lot. Like Like
And you're a freak.
Yeah, okay.
You're a freak.
You're not beating the
and like
I'm not a
never
sociopath
hold on, and
allegations.
never to like time people out, but just to like make people mad because like if they you couldn't quit in ranked
I can't
matches
believe
because you
it was the
lose.
worst
It
reason.
wasn't even a play to like. It wasn't even a play to like win the game.
And this
It was
no,
to
it
hurt
was.
their feelings.
It was because in like 2018, it's like people. This is what happened. You remember when Shred like got mad at me on Twitter? That time Shred quit out on me when I Shino stalled like 6 times in a row. It's not like I did it very long. That's like, be honest with yourself. That's like 8 seconds of gameplay,
A
maybe.
lot of Shino stalls in a row
niche,
there.
This is the most niche episode we've ever done.
But people, if you just stop running at people will get upset. Like even if you do it for a reasonably short amount of time. And I was telling Dr. Noodle Slam about this, and I was like, watch this. I will Shino stall for an entire game, and we'll see what happens. So we go to my room, and I queue up against a Rebel from Colorado, and I proceed to Shino stall and needle camp the entire game. And I go back and forth
Like without ever approaching ever?
without ever approaching, and I have the
Why?
lead, and I play
I'm
a
freaking out.
22-minute best of 3 with Rebel, and he just chews me out on the timeline. And
I'm Team Rebel.
And I
yeah,
win
obviously.
the set. That is the
You won.
and that's the hardest I've ever camped somebody is Rebel on Smash Ladder in a 22-minute set. That's the longest I've ever camped. And that was 5 years ago. Would never do that now, but
Yeah, because you're just too busy.
No, because I think
No, it's not
ultimately,
busy.
like, I did that specifically. Like, think about, that is the hardest I've camped someone by a wide margin, and that was to make my friend laugh, which...
That is a good reason
Which
if someone's next to you. I think if we've had this conversation before as well. But
Certainly Noodle Sam's not laughing all 22 there, right? The doc
No, he's a
probably...
psychopath.
No, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doc's laughing?
Aiden and Sam are very clearly made for each other.
Sam used to describe Melee this way. He got into Melee because he found out that wobbling existed, and he said that fun in Melee is a zero-sum game, and the worse time my opponent is having, the more fun
Yeah.
that I will have.
That's Aiden's best friend in college. So we've been trying to actually undo, I think, a lot of the damage
The doctor is prescribed
that
to.
the doctor's medicine gave.
It's like the
Fuck,
old-fashioned doctors that give you cocaine
Yeah, they
for your headache.
give you cocaine and they finger your butthole.
We bring Kalen in for the lime squeeze in his eyes. Like, doctor, we need to try something new.
We
My
need
kid's a
help.
fucking moron.
You might need to bring back lobotomies for you, bro.
Well, you camp anyone, bro? I don't feel like you don't have the patience.
No, you know what's funny though to talk about what happened at the tournament is I like choked real bad my first round, and then I played this Luigi.
Oh,
and,
Glue Huffer. I remember. I walked your bracket.
Yeah, Glue Huffer
He
got
took you
me.
for a wild one.
Yeah, I ended up going off the stage like 4 times, but he so I lost to that, and then the next person I had to play was the loser of an Icy's Luigi match, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, fucking that's great, it's a great time, and like Zeke's watching me, Bonfire's watching me, who teamed with me. And it's like I'm like sighing. I'm playing this Luigi. It's not going well. I'm like, you know. But I'm like, yes, honey, getting up for work, you know, putting it in. And I was like, you know what? No, not today. And I sat there and I fucking played Falco Luigi like a champion, and I actually beat the person, which was crazy because I didn't think I had the patience. And then it was fine. But that was my bracket. It was cool. I had a really good time. I think it was nice.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a fun time. I had a fun time at TwitchCon. I think we are both happy with the decisions we made.
I said it on Twitter, but it was like I'm in a real sweet spot right now where like the only people that come up to me are those who have deemed themselves the strongest warriors, who like just are normal people. And they, dude, okay, I everyone was great except for one person who's an asshole. But I won't bring that up. I'll bring in the ones because everyone wants to hear the interesting cringe interactions, which this wasn't. But okay, so this person comes up to me. I worded this wrong. This person comes up to me, and I'm walking by, and they kind of stop me, and he's just like, "Doctor," you know, and puts his hand out, and I'm like, "What?" And
I love him.
And I stop.
How will he fuck this up? How will he fuck this up?
He's off to a great start right now.
I was like, what? He's like, oh, sorry, it's a thing you do on the podcast. I was like, what are you talking about?
This guy's awesome.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, and he starts getting really flustered. He's like, I mean, you know, it's like a joke you did once. And I was like, I don't remember that. Like, what was that from? He's like, do you really want to know? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I'm not like being a dick or anything. I'm just like, I'm engaged at the very
Well,
least.
you're probably confused a little bit.
Yeah. And
I always think your retelling voice is a little softer though.
no, I genuinely, this is how it went. And he was like, Yard episode 3. And I started laughing, and I'm like, oh man. And then he starts freaking out, and he's like, I'm sorry, this is stupid. Like, I'm being stupid. Like, I'm sorry. He like wants to exit. He wants to fucking eject like a monkey in space and just fly away.
Dude, if he just looked you in the eyes again and went, doctor, that would have been so good.
And I'm like, and I noticed this person getting really flushed. I'm like, yo, relax. It's okay. Everything's fine. I was like, I appreciate the deep cut. And I put out my fist like, it's nice to meet you. And he's like, okay, nice to meet you too.
Did you rewatch episode 3?
And that was fine. No, I didn't. I don't care.
All right, viewers, let us know where it's from. Any
Doctor, I
episode
don't
3
remember this.
enthusiasts.
Yeah, because apparently I would just be like Doctor or like Mr. President. I remember Mr. President. If he did Mr. President,
Mr. President is a classic.
I'd be like, I do that all the time. I used to. So yeah, that one was pretty good.
Well, I'm trying to think what you could have meant if you ever did that. Like, are you talking to a doctor? Are you the doctor?
Doctor. I don't know. But it does sound like I kind of vaguely remember this. Doctor. You know?
Dude, that's never happened.
I don't know.
we did episode.
Vote on your phone.
Archie, roll back the clip
This
from
is
episode
Mandela
3.
effect. This
Maybe.
is Mandela effect.
But yeah, well, the guy was really sure. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, he's running a deep cut
If he
bit,
says
which I
the
appreciate.
episode number, I believe him. I
Right?
just have to.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Also a great out. Make up a bit and then be like episode 17.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you don't think what I said was funny? Well, you said it.
So that one was good. There was another interaction I thought was really funny. We were getting dinner, and it's me and False and Natalie and Zeke, and there's someone right next to us, and it's this girl, and she's like, "Oh, I hear you guys talking about Big House. Did you guys go?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." I turn around. She's like, "Oh, you're Slime." I'm like, "Yeah." Hi." And it's like the thing, and she knew Bonfire, who I teamed with. Bonfire is an extremely good Cheek player who like carried me. And we went like 4-2. It was really fun. And Bonfire's great. And she was like, oh, I was talking to Bonfire. She said she teamed with you. And she said, oh, wow, yeah, I teamed with Slime. Slime's so good. And then I stopped and I was like, no, she didn't. Because Bonfire would never say something like that. And she's like, no, I swear. And I was like, I don't think you're telling the truth. And then we like ended, like, all right, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I see Bonfire way later at the casino that night. I'm like, did this happen? Did you see this person who looks like this and say, Slime is so good? She's like, no. She said, I would never say that. I was like, I know.
It's like when I make up a chat message to do the reply that I want to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
And so it's like, so you fucking capped, person. So remember that. I'm shit, and Bonfire knows that.
I had the greatest fan interaction of all time ever in my life.
What happened?
I was in disguise in TwitchCon, because although there's 30,000 people injected into San Diego who all know Twitch, that I'm a pretty big part of for a brief moment.
No, you're not, and no, you weren't.
like a month at least. Give me a month.
I thought you were cool.
Thanks, appreciate that, doctor.
And
I to basically navigate around without having like a crowd form, because like, you know, even though only like 10% or 20% of people there like maybe are a fan of me, like 50% will recognize me and then want a picture of me just to have it in
then
their,
it becomes like the
in their
Disney,
Pokedex.
Yeah.
So I would wear my Top Gun hat and a mask, and almost no one would come up to me. And if they did come up, they'd usually like be pretty sly about it. And I knew the disguise worked because I tested it out when I saw Tarek like 5 feet in front of me, and I walked up quietly in my disguise and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I without saying a word, I took out my phone and I went, and then I put it away and I went, and then I walked away and he just looked weirded out, and I went back to him 5 minutes later. I was like, yo. He's like, whoa!
You should have just posted it.
I did. I tweeted at him.
No, but before you talked to him.
No, I did.
Okay.
I did all this.
Okay.
And I did the same with XQC and the same with Canute, which was on stream. So there's a little clip of it.
So no one knew.
Canute found out because I think his chat told him, like he was a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it with Hasan. And apparently when I did it to Hasan, he has a bodyguard. His bodyguard was like,
He's like,
because there's been people flocking with him.
Yeah.
And then Hasan had to back on and be like, whoa. Because he recognized it was me in time.
Wow.
So I might have got my shit.
That would have been cool if you got
clocked.
your neck broken.
Yeah, because I was doing meme. So disguise worked. I see a guy in a Mogul Moves mint hoodie, and I beeline towards him, and I'm by disguise, and I go, can I get a picture? And he doesn't know it's me at first, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like,
Because it's just like a normal person, right?
yeah, and then I weirdly say, your phone, because I don't want the picture, and then as I say that, I guess he recognized, and he's like, oh shit. And we take the picture, and while we're taking it, someone else comes over, so I take a pic with them, and I see out of the corner of my eye the kid with his sister. He's like a 16-year-old kid with his older sister, and they start jumping and dancing in a circle. And they're like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, like they were so excited that event had occurred. And then he came back and he's like, can you sign this? I was like, yeah. And then I like gave him a hug, and then I walked away, and they cheered again.
Oh,
It was very sweet. Oh, it was so sweet.
Like you're a quarterback. Like, yeah.
Like I gave the football after a winning touchdown
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like a kid in the
That's
stands.
cool.
I almost had a slime moment, but I thought about how good my odds had been that day because I only had one negative interaction,
Yeah.
and it was just
That was me saying meow. What he was asking for one
so
of
this
the
guy loved it. I'm just chilling, and I'm in what's considered like a safe zone. Like I'm like in a place that like only kind of partners can go, and then whenever we're over there, like everything's very chill.
Mm.
Whenever we exit that zone, it becomes like swarms of people who kind of
Interesting.
whatever. So we're in the safe zone. There's no creeper spawning over here. All lights are all on,
Yeah.
and this
Torches on the cage.
this dude comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, you on Vine?" And I'm like, "What?" I don't know what to say. I can't know what's happening.
It's a bad question.
He's like, "You on Vine?" He goes, "You on MySpace?" And then I said,
No,
I said,
it's-
"Oh, I see the bit. We're saying old social media." And he kind of just keeps looking at me, and I'm like, "Right, Friendster." And he's like, "Huh?"
Oh.
And then I look at him again. I'm like, "Oh, how old are you? Like, you don't know that one or whatever." And he's like, "I'm 80."
Ugh.
And I looked at him and I was like, "I'm gonna have a slime moment." I was like, "I'm gonna freak out at this guy." And so I just said, "I'm gonna go that way."
Yeah.
And I just turned around and
That, he
left.
communicated like a conversation on RuneScape.
I'm like, what's the end goal
Dude,
of the bit?
That was smarter, child. You found him.
He's real.
Yeah, that was the worst
not
of
too
it. That's
bad.
pretty good.
That's
yeah.
not too bad
I
at
thought
all.
about how good my odds had been, and I said, he doesn't deserve me getting this mad.
Yeah, because that's what they want eventually. I think I'm pretty good at like because the one literally bad interaction I had at Big House, which again was perfectly fine. But the most interesting ones are the ones that are spicy. It was this person came up right after teams when me and Bonfire played, and they came up. They started talking to Bonfire. Like, oh, I'm a huge fan of your Sheik. And she's like, oh, thank you. And she looked at me. And she's like, you're Ludwig's friend. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I get it, right? You get one. Everyone gets one. That's okay. And then I was like, yeah. They're like, snail or something like that.
Oh,
And I just kept doing
it
it.
keeps going.
I was like, you're being annoying. You're being annoying. You have to stop this. I don't like this. You're being annoying. And then Bonfire, instantly to defuse the situation, jumps in. She's like, look at this picture of a cat.
And you're like,
It was,
meow?
it was, yeah, it was so
Bonfire,
funny.
dude.
Yeah. It's like you need one at all times. You break the emergency safe.
Yeah, she was 100% ready.
Do you guys see that video of Adriana Cheshik breaking her back?
Bro, you were
Dude.
front row. What happened?
I wasn't there at the time, but I went to that booth later, and I did it was like one of those giant paddles, and you're supposed to knock someone off a platform, and I did it with like X and Will and Rich, and I was like Peepo's elbowing into the pit because we were doing WWE wrestling,
Fuck.
and then after I saw that she had jumped into the same pit because they said jump in like on the broadcast, and it was like supposedly chill.
Jump in.
It's-
There's landmines.
It's Jigsaw voice.
Yeah, and dude,
Oh, clip.
the
Play
clip
the
is
clip.
bad.
Video.
The clip is the video is so bad.
It-
She does like a sheer jump and then lands on her
Oh,
ass.
dude, it's so solid.
And what sucks is right after says someone, "Are you okay?" She nods her head yes, and then immediately goes
She's
no
like, "Wait
and
a
writhes
minute."
in pain.
Oh, so this reminded me
She
of.
broke her back in 2 places.
There's a Jackass episode where Bam Margera breaks his tailbone, and the tailbone injuries don't look that bad.
No.
But then the person just literally can't move, and you're like, uh-oh.
Tailbone bruising is also bad. I bruised my tailbone in high school in the worst way possible.
What were you doing, Ludwig?
It was the
Taking
end
back shots.
of that wouldn't be the worst way. That'd be tight as fuck. If I was taking back shots in high
It
school,
was just the freest joke.
He's right.
I'd be super cool.
It was the teacher you guys scooped. It was fucking your brains out.
Anyway, it was the end of school, and we were just waiting, I think, for some shit, like to leave. We were chatting, and I was next to a trash can. It was like a waist high one, and I go to jump up to sit on it, and it has like a curve that's like kind of smooth, but like a corner, and my tailbone just like gets violated by that.
Oh.
And I just hit it spot on. It
You
felt
go,
like my weak spot.
Yeah.
Like
my crumpled.
like I'm a titan, and they just found
And then
it.
you have like an idle animation where they can hit you and do as much damage as they can.
Dude, I couldn't like sit in chairs for
Yeah.
like 3
The olive
months.
donut.
That's how I felt this summer.
I didn't do
you
the
know?
donut because I didn't want to be embarrassing. Do you know about that?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. If you bruise or break your tailbone.
You get a little pillow. It's like a little donut shaped pillow.
Oh, and you sit on it?
Yeah,
it.
so your
Aw.
tailbone ass can sink into it. So I just writhed, but it sucked.
Yeah. That
So
sucks.
easy to hurt.
Who's Adriana Chechnik?
She's a porn star, former porn star, real porn star still.
Twitch streamer.
Yes.
Yeah. Think about that.
First, former porn star is I think what you were alluding to. I was trying to answer the.
I wasn't
fake-
alluding to shit.
You don't know her at all?
No.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
like setting it up.
No.
You thought that too, right?
I did think he was trying to do a bit where it's like,
No, I just said it.
I didn't because I
inquisitively.
counted on his ability to not know anything about these people.
that's true.
I
He
do-
didn't
he
know
knows
Messi. It'd be
porn,
weird
though.
if he knew Adriana Cheshire.
I'd actually be more on brand if I did know it. if what you're saying is true.
Yeah, what do you know if like was
Probably
there
only
like
know Lisa
was
Ann.
there like a structural thing under there that she hit? Like why did it do so much damage?
Oh, it was the knives.
It was the concrete floor of the venue.
they just put foam on the floor?
Yeah.
I thought it was like my understanding or what I thought happened from the video was like it was a regular foam pit, but there was some sort of thing in the middle that was supposed to like not be an accessible area, and then she jumped on it. But it was just concrete.
There wasn't enough foam
I think it
block.
was just concrete.
That is crazy.
I mean, I
dumb.
didn't make it, but
Twitch is like, we didn't expect them to jump in the
it
foam
wasn't
pit.
Twitch. It was Lenovo.
Legion.
The laptop. Yeah, Lenovo Legion.
You know what's fun though is in the court of popular opinion that doesn't matter, and it was Twitch.
That's true.
I
Get
thought it was
destroyed.
Twitch. I don't know
You're not
shit.
wrong.
Yeah,
That's tight as fuck.
isn't that funny?
Yeah, Twitch gets owned for any decision. They're in like the worst PR stumble of their life,
Yeah,
even if it's not them.
it's over and over. They're just catching L's.
They're certainly also not like trying to get W's, like
I-
cutting pays. You
I
know,
saw
like,
the video of I think it was Jake and Bake where he like says, "Hey, I just met." He was doing like an IRL stream at the venue, and he says, "I just met with the president. We were talking. Really seems like a nice guy personally, but I left that conversation depressed. Like it feels really unfortunate that that the platform is led by somebody who is so disconnected from like creators
Oh,
and everything on
no.
it." And I was like, "Damn, you learned that in like a 5-minute conversation with
Wait,
a guy?"
are they talking about Emmett?
no, his name's Dan.
Different guy.
He's the president, not the CEO. And he looks like Richard Branson. He was walking around the venue meeting with streamers. I saw him meet with a couple people. I didn't realize who he was. I thought he was someone's grandpa at first.
So he's just like asking people what a mogus is and
Can be
shit.
both.
He could be. He was. I think he was like trying to. I don't know. He's very like. He's like a wild man. Like he had a conversation with a streamer who was watching like TV on stream and got banned, and he was like, "I thought it was funny. Like keep doing it." But
That-
you know,
okay.
it just feels
Based.
a bit. I mean, maybe based, but it just seems like a loose cannon.
That's really interesting.
Well, it's just so disconnected from like what's actually going on. It's like doesn't give it like it doesn't matter if you think it's like cool or not. It's like
Yeah,
your
you're
platform
saying
your
the wrong
platform
thing.
banned me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
saying the wrong thing.
If that reminds me, there was somebody streaming. There was this thing about a Japanese streamer playing Splatoon. And you know how Splatoon works, where you're like covering the map in paint. And the paint of the two sides, like each team has a different color of paint that they're trying to cover the map with. And you can like swim through the paint, and the game modes all revolve around how much you cover the map. And this streamer chroma keyed the color of the paint in OBS and set a porn video onto it, so that if
That's
he
funny.
lost the match,
Oh, he got banned.
he would get
Dude,
banned.
that's
so he
genius.
had
So
to
hype.
win.
Yeah, that's extremely smart.
Well, but it's not right. Like he still gets banned, right? Because
Well,
the way Splatoon works is that it
it's-
shows
yes.
you the color at all times.
Well,
No,
I-
just in little bits though, because like enough
like,
of
you-
the
like,
screen,
that's enough to get
of the
banned,
screen
right?
has to fill out to
Wait,
get
can you
banned.
show me?
I
I'm
do. I
curious.
do. The idea that like, oh no, it was like 2% of the screen, but it was like a nipple.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're just
But
seeing, like,
it
a
is a genius
foot.
idea.
Yeah.
There's a guy who did Jump King, but every time he fell into a dunk tank.
Oh, I saw that guy.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and then the cutie had that idea where she has the Nathan Fielder robot that lifts her bra if she doesn't beat something. I forget
Oh
what game.
yeah, that was a crazy bit that Nathan Fielder did.
Mhm. Yeah, I think about that a lot.
Yeah, that episode.
That bit,
yeah, it is really all in,
yeah.
What is this bit?
dude.
The one where he has a like a game show audience, and I think the idea is that if he loses the game show,
He has a children audience.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, I was gonna get to that
Oh,
part.
all right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
If you listen to the game show, there's an audience of children in which he exposes himself to. And in addition, beforehand, he says, I am voluntarily doing this, and I am going to expose myself to these. Like, he leaves no legal interpretation for it being a bit.
There's people in the comments like, nah, he's actually a fucking chill guy. Like people actually don't understand what he was trying to do.
Nathan Fielder, he literally talked to a lawyer, and he's like, how can I make it so I can't get out of this legally? And then the lawyer was
And
like,
then
well,
the
you gotta
robot got his pants off and was touching his undies.
Yeah.
He got deep.
Dude, it was crazy. It was honestly one of his best bits.
Hey, dumbass.
Hey, come on, don't call them dumb.
Whoa.
Well, I just
Whoa.
don't think that you have what it takes to be brilliant.
No, you don't mean that.
I mean it, for real. Because you don't know about brilliant.org.
Why are you
Well,
talking
are you like a
this?
Swedish model? Is that
This
your
is so
your
funny.
angle?
It's so annoying.
Are you gonna cry?
Brilliant has thousands of lessons.
Brilliant.org has thousands of lessons. You like puzzles? You like little puzzle games?
Are you a
like,
little puzzle
You
boy?
like being a little puzzle nerd?
I like puzzles and I like math.
Here's the thing. They wanted us to say that hands-on learning is such a better way to learn. I'm gonna put my hands on you and you'll learn.
Learn a little every day.
Guys, brilliant.org, we're going to do a puzzle with Ludwig's persona here, which has become a some sort of emotionally charged person.
I can do this. I'm
Yeah.
getting smarter every day.
Maybe
Zipper, do casino probability
Yeah.
because we like to gamble because we're addicts.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there's
yeah.
casino this is actually, you will win if you use brilliant.
This is
We can say
just
that.
an
Don't-
example.
Can we just do a whole pod where we play little games?
You will not perform better or worse
You
when you
will
gamble
win.
based
Get
on
it
your.
twisted.
Brilliant.org's like Red Bull. It gives you wings. Draw one card at random from the 8 shown here. What is the probability you draw a jack or a diamond?
There's 4 aces and 4 jacks.
4
of
jacks
each
and
Five
suit.
eighths.
5/8.
Lock it in.
Just 5/8.
What?
Yeah,
So-
5/8 because there's
I
5
do
out
a
of 8
little
cards.
every
Just
day,
5 out of
and
8
I've
cards.
learned
That
a
seems,
whole lot along the
that
way.
seems really easy.
Okay, Ludwig beat us, and I feel stupid.
If you draw 4 cards at random without replacement from the 5 shown above, what is the probability all of the cards are aces?
1 out of 4.
No,
Shut up, Ludwig.
What?
Fuck!
1/5.
Oh.
it is 1 out of 4. It was 1 out of 5. If you draw 2 cards from a shuffled standard 52 card deck, what is the probability they are the same suit? 1 over 13 times 1 over 13 is 1 over 169. Why is it not on the fucking board? Why
It's
is it not on the
It's
fucking
4 out
board?
of 17.
Here's the thing.
I've been studying
No,
since last
Here's
night.
the thing.
no.
The answers aren't important. It doesn't matter that
I
Aiden
thought it
got
was more
that.
It doesn't.
Brilliant.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter.
about getting it
I
right or
paid
wrong.
so
It's about
much.
learning.
It's about learning, and
It's
it's
about-
about it's about the
It's
fact
about
that
getting
I
a
didn't
little
even use
brighter
the
every day.
code.
It's
Hey.
about. It's
I
about.
didn't use the code because
it's
I thought I
okay.
learned so fast.
Ludwig, it's gonna be
I
all
don't even
right.
know what the code does.
Ludwig,
Freshman
do you
up.
want to get smarter?
I was trying to.
No, do you want to get? We can help you.
Yes.
If you go to brilliant.org/theyard, the
I
first
would.
200, you can be first. We'll tell you first.
I
We
didn't
won't release it yet. You can be the first one. The first 200 people get 20% off the annual premium
it's
subscription.
gonna be
I
alright.
didn't use the code because I
Okay.
thought I would do it without the money saving.
You know, I don't actually believe him right now because he doesn't have real tears.
I can't.
Thought you had real acting chops.
Come on,
Get raw for me.
think about some real stats.
Brilliant.org. Get your money up, not your funny up, and get your intellect, your brain up. He's trying so hard to cry. Oh my god.
He'll get there, but until he does, you check out brilliant.org/theyard.
Brilliant.org. You get 20% off, and this might be the first time I ever see Ludwig cry in real life. But he,
There's no tears.
I don't
There's
think
no
he.
tears. Oh my god! He got there.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What'd you think about?
What did you think about?
What did brilliant.org make you think about?
Just go to the website.
All right, everyone, go to the website, check it out, and back to the podcast.
On the subject though of injuries, I was thinking a lot about CTE, and I was thinking like that. There's probably what?
Fucking Felix this morning, he was like,
What did Felix do?
XQC was like, hey, how's your CTE event going? Talking about my chess boxing event. True.
He was in the last episode, by the way.
Yeah. The
His
finger
little
wag.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, that killed me when I saw it.
Yeah, people were like, "Whose finger is that?" And it's like,
Did you see it when it happened?
no,
I didn't either.
no, I only
I
saw the
can't see
timestamp.
it.
In the episode,
maybe.
it looks like none of us noticed.
No, for sure not.
I definitely did.
I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, it was me.
I was thinking, I was like, you know how like NFL players are getting their brains turned into sludge?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
there's gotta be like a sweet spot for CTE where like you get hit enough times to where like you can still recognize your mother's face, but also like every day is like really happy.
So you're talking about lobotomy. They tried this.
Well, no, lobotomy doesn't make you happy. I'm saying I bet there's a way you can hit your head enough.
You are thinking what doctors thought is what I'm saying.
No, because doctors were just trying to keep people dumb.
No, they were trying to like fix them originally.
You know, like the first time you ever like saw Shrek?
You're not going to bring back lobotomies? Stop trying.
I'm not trying. I'm just saying, like, I bet there's a football player out there who quit. He was a D1 football player, quit, and he's like, every day is like the first time he saw Shrek.
Yeah, but then
because he got hit just in the right spot.
Just right.
You
just
bet
in the
what?
right spot.
I'll take it. What's the bet?
Imagine him living that like perfect life, and then he gets hit like one more time on accident, and then everything is just shit.
Yeah,
for
and
the
then he
rest
forgets like English.
This is like Psych 101. They talk about this, like the guy who had his brain impaled like by a train or some shit.
Impaled by a train?
Yeah, I forget the exact. It was like he was working
it's actually
on a
Final
railroad.
Fantasy VI, and you can powerbomb the death train.
Yeah, he changed his personality after, like he flipped.
Oh yeah, he became like a dick.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
A huge asshole after.
There's also a Simpsons episode where Homer gets a craan in his brain.
Through his nose, right?
I say
or
craan.
ear?
In his nose.
Nose.
And he
says craan?
I say craan.
No.
Yeah.
You've never
Dude,
said
you know what
that.
my sister says? Crown.
Your sister
That's
dumb as fuck.
Isn't that
She's
crazy?
just dumb, bro.
She's just dumb.
And then I was like, that's not a thing. You're making that up to be cool. And she's like, no, I just what I say. And I'm like, we're related. I don't know how you would have found that in the archives. And I looked it up, and this is a thing. There was like a subset of people who just heard it that way first, and then they say it.
If you say crown, sound off, because you know your night terror story. People were like, "Oh my god, I've had the same thing Ludwig has." We're the same.
People said that we all like, even my thing. That like I got so many DMs like this happens to me all the time. And I didn't know it was a common experience.
So if you're like Nick's weird sister and you say crown, that's also
you're
the
all
same.
fucked up.
It's
and weird.
also weird if you say crayon.
Yeah.
You skip a letter.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Cringe.
a giant letter right
It's
in the
very
middle
British of you.
It's very. There's so many vowels.
English, all the words sound normal, and there's
It's
a
true,
lot of
all
logic
of
to
them.
how they're said.
Oh, hey, Aiden, how about you tell me what's the word when you get something from someone
you guys
to
want
give
to
it
borrow
back?
my fucking scuba
When
gear?
you get
How do they
something,
spell it? How do they spell it?
How about you say it first?
I'd borrow it, dude.
Oh, you eased up. That's not how he says it. He says it in normal speech. You'd be like, yeah, so I borrowed it.
I borrow.
It actually destroys a room.
Everyone
stops what they're doing like clock
It's
stoppers.
not that bad.
And they look at you.
Dude,
They're like, what the fuck did he just say? Like you said a slur. That's how weird you are. I say crayon, people are like, it's all good.
I was listening back to old episodes recently. I think it was episode 9 when we were asking Ludwig how you say PSG, and he was like, Paris Saint-Germain. And
You like that.
I was just saying that to myself, and like in the car, and he's like, why are you saying that? And I was reminding him that he said that, and then he was like, I don't remember that. And then and he was like, I don't even think that's the right way to say it. And he was like, X, how do you say PSG? And X just like looking at his phone, he looks up and he goes, PSG.
Oh my god, dude.
Die laughing.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, fucking genius.
He was watching a clip because it was like he was watching I think it was NMP's stream, and it was like Nick and Milena and Rich Campbell all in the kitchen doing their thing, and then someone was like, oh, X is watching us, and they all kind of like straighten up, and it was like, hi X, and Rich Campbell's like, X, do you know who I am? And then X is watching. I'm watching XQC stream watching this, and he starts explaining. He's like, because every time I see you, we just like you like introduce yourself, and I don't think you've ever remembered me. And X is like, who the fuck is this guy? And it was obviously a bit, but his timing was right on. And I'm like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. It feels good.
Look, X needs to move in.
That's what I'm saying. Dude,
X needs to move in.
Dude, he's got those like those like Yeezy sandals, the like Yeezy
foams.
Crocs.
The foams,
yeah,
yeah.
he's got those. And when Anthony got here today, you went to go like
I did put him on. I went to get pants out of my car.
you're
What
like
are
I'm
these
gonna
Cronenberg
you're like
shoes?
I'm gonna put these guys on, and I'm like I don't think he knows that like what these are or that they're XQCs, and you just step into them with your heels like crushing down the back.
Yeah, I didn't treat him well.
You stepped on the back. Those are expensive shoes.
Hey, Zipper, can you pull up the night mask from Majora's Mask? and it's on Link's head, because that's what they look like on your feet. But yeah, so I just put them on. And
No, can you Google Existenz teeth gun?
okay, do both of those, but I gotta
I
give
want
him a
both.
second.
Can you Google a castrato?
We gotta do it. don't do that. We have to.
Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
Is it like
Do you know
it's
what
like
that is?
It's
something to
why
do with
Aiden sounds the
castration?
way he sounds. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, youngling blackface, crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I never.
Damn, bro. Is that your favorite video game?
It is called the Night Mask, and it also costs 500 rupees. So
Mm.
think about that.
What was that a reference to?
That's what the shoe looks like on
Oh,
your foot.
what's the extends?
Keith gun. Yeah, that's what his shoes look like.
All right, now pull up the castrato. We can't pull that up. That is someone who sings.
You
at
guys
a
didn't
higher
answer my
pitch
question.
I
What's
just
the
answered
question?
it,
Yes,
yeah.
you did.
before puberty.
It's like what's the other auto? The
Mated?
No, fucking the other singing tone of voice that you can
Falsetto? Oh, vibrato.
vibrato.
Yeah, a castrato. There's still a recording of it, and it's kind of horrifying.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to that.
What is this?
It's
don't
someone who's a singer. They're a boy.
Is Tiny
A
Tim
young
like that?
boy.
Oh,
Is
Is
castrated.
Tiny Tim like that?
No, I think he just has an unusually
Isn't
high pitched
that
voice.
what-
What
or
about Kellen
falsetto.
Quinn? That's for like one person.
is a castrato just a eunuch that sings?
I
Well, it's the timing of the unification.
Oh, you can become a eunuch after puberty.
is that why that's not where eunuch comes from?
eunuch?
Unification?
No, because you unify the genitals into
Because
a
to
flap.
be truly equal, we all need to get rid of our dick and ball.
Wow.
and vaginas.
And vaginas.
And
We
vagina.
need to fill them.
And
Yeah,
also,
we fill them with cement. And then we all become the same.
Yeah. Getting your
This is the plot of
terms
Ergo
twisted.
Proxy, the anime, by the way.
you ever seen when they pour like a hot lead down an anthill?
Yeah. And then they push it off and they're like, damn, it looked like a space station. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What are you guys? Well, you're acting like you have pussies.
It's this.
I do.
I'm empathetic with them.
You're a pussy empath.
Yeah, I'm friends with one.
Wake up, Aiden.
So by the way, the
hope you
goat
fucking
lost.
die.
He
Hope
got
you fucking
second at
Thank
Big
God,
House.
because he would have so many episodes charged and
I
loaded.
know, yeah.
We couldn't hold it all.
He lost to aMSa, who's a Yoshi player, and it's like
First
this
time.
landmark historic event. And it's funny because so we're Mango's wasted at the casino after the tournament. He's not having a good day. And he's pissed. He's sad. He really wanted first. And I'm like, damn, second just is not good enough. Huh. And that's why people are winners, because first is all that matters.
Uh-huh.
He's there. He's like, he's banging the table. I lost a bunch of money in Vegas. He lost a bunch in Vegas.
Can I ask how much you
at,
lost?
at the MGM. Do you really want to know?
I really want to know because I
Guess time.
I can't remember. Oh, we can guess, but I can't remember who I was with. But I was like, man, Slime wouldn't tweet about it unless it was a lot.
3,500.
15K.
What?
18K.
Aiden on the money.
Whoa!
Well done. Good job.
Dude.
Yeah, it sucked. I got fucked and then I
Oh.
went back.
Can we make an arrangement in the future?
I definitely don't feel good about it. I was like, man, because I took the Bellagio for a ride a couple months ago, and that month of my life was like great.
In the future, you can only take money from me.
Okay, Mango, I gave him 2K. I'm actually down 13K because
W.
Mango asked
Mango.
to borrow, and I was like, oh no, now I'm a bank. Like Ludwig can get it back, but like I can't
You
get
don't
that
get it back.
back. From
You didn't get it
Mango.
back. You lost it.
That's what I'm saying.
Congrats.
Either way, so we're playing blackjack, all this shit. But he's like, the whole table's like doing well, and me and him are losing. And I'm like, fuck, man. And then he was like, fucking aMSa, and he just slams the table. And I was like, bro, I know, bro. And then Zeke is behind me. Zeke I hang out with the whole time, and he's like, it's all right, man. Like, fucking, yeah, you get him next time, go, or something. He didn't say that. He commented on the situation. I turned to him, I was like, you stood up when aMSa won. And then I turned to Ben SW. I was like, you stood up when aMSa won. Like, don't think he did. But basically,
Really? Dude,
and then lie.
Ben, the biggest Mango fan, catching a stray
He did.
there.
Of
is
all
so
time,
funny.
of all time.
Ben stood up later. But
Yeah.
I stayed sitting down the whole time. So aMSa wins. Everyone in the front. I'm sitting next to like Blur, Ben SW, Mikey on the left. Everyone's standing up. They're all free. I'm just sitting there. I'm not happy. I'm not happy my goat. Because I was like, you know what, dude? aMSa can wait his turn. The goat needs.
He's been waiting.
waiting 10 years.
I was like, the goat needs 5.
Dude, were you? Do you think you've changed since you were Mango fan in that one video? I feel like you forced yourself to be a larger Mango fan.
I literally am the same because I thought about this
Yep.
before.
You had the evil side story of the last big house.
What?
Last big house mango win, and we went to the casino, and we won a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I said that. Yeah,
and then he lost, and you went to casino, and you lost a lot of money.
I know, alongside
you did the opposite.
him. Exactly. I thought about that too. I was like, maybe I should fucking only when Mango wins, like I hit the casino. But yeah, it was really fun. But I basically, you can see in the VOD, and Mango was like, he was hugging me like I was his rock. He was coming up, he's like, fucking hate these guys slime. How much do I owe? He's at 7K? I'm like, no, it's 2K. Like, what are you doing?
20K.
Like, I fucking hate these guys. They all stood up. You didn't fucking stand up. And I was like, no, I didn't. But you can see in the VOD, I'm just sitting down. Because honestly, I just don't like standing. If I'm already sitting,
I was going to say that.
I don't want to stand
I
back
wish I
up.
said it first. I think you would have said no.
No, it's true. But also,
I'm glad you could admit that.
But also, if the goat wins, I do stand because I stand for the flag, kneel for the cross.
Amen, baby. One country under God.
Dude, come on. aMSa winning was cool, man. I think that was probably one of the first times.
What I said was, thank God he won, because now we can stop rooting for Yoshi.
Yeah, finally we can.
We can all
say,
just stop and be like, all right, he proved it. Don't want to see it anymore. No one fucking cares
I can
now.
go back to being a Yoshi hater.
Yeah, whatever. It's all
I'm
good.
actually on board with that.
Yeah.
And now I need X to win too, so I can do the same
Actually,
thing.
won Smash
X already won a
Summit.
tournament.
That's
Oh,
what
true. All right, I'm a
That's what
hater. Fuck
No,
X.
I've been hating Pikachu for a while.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been healthy. It's been good for
You
me.
guys are me. I've been talking
Dude,
about the trials and tribulations of being a champion hater all week. It's hard.
You are a champion hater.
You know what I'm saying?
Pikachu
you're,
up here is cringe,
God's
man.
most lovely hater.
It's not easy being a hater of my caliber.
I went slime mode on Reddit.
You did.
Mhm.
I saw that. I was so proud of you.
I was not. I hated it.
Yeah, you said it was a bad look for you.
It was, and it was me sliming out. I was quirking out.
You were quirked out. Wait, you were replying to LSF comments on stream?
No, off stream.
Okay. Because that would have been
On
crazy.
stream, I just pulled it up and got madder, and
Okay.
then I gave up, and because I was happy then.
Yeah, I will say they are savages out there.
Yeah,
It's fucking hard.
tough. They don't love women. I've figured this out.
You think so?
I think they don't like women.
Well, they will
What-
never see this because it's not a
What
live
makes
stream
you-
product.
What makes
so.
you feel that?
I just feel like
Squeak to that.
they get a tougher time out there in the comment. I'm reading those comments. They're tough. They're not. There's not a lot of women they like.
Well, how about, have you thought about that women have it easier? Idiot.
And they're dumb bitches.
What's up, LSF? I'm on your side. Yeah, and I'm bald, so
Yeah,
we
the
share
new
that
Andrew
in common.
Tate.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked
Dude,
up.
we should make Anthony Andrew Tate in
That's
a video.
That would
so
be
outdated.
so
Dude.
easy.
What everything is here is me.
And we should make you the guy from the
Yo,
boys.
And then we pretend we're partying and we see if Mogul Moves gets canned.
Whoa,
Dude.
who would do it?
And
Nick
we
Allen
wouldn't, and
steps
we
up to
wouldn't
the
because
plate.
we don't have a board.
Yeah, we don't have
that
a
is
board.
true.
You're the board.
I take myself out.
Let's take this one to the board. Board thoughts?
I
Do you think we could? I think we
keep
could make a
them.
video of you partying with him in the back with sunglasses, and then slide DM to Jake Sucky, dude, Ludwig partying with Andrew.
Dude, that'd be
Tate.
so
And
funny.
then try to get him to tweet it.
And then and then Jake like checks in with like employees like you guys,
and we're like,
is this Andrew Tate? We're like,
we
yeah,
really
we think
appreciate
so.
if you wouldn't post that video. We're working on internally investigating.
And Jake's like,
He's like, but the shit's gonna go live on Twitter. Shit.
should I be a journalist right now or should I,
I think going directly to Jake might not work, but I think if you could get a streamer to show it on stream, then it gets on LSF.
That's
and
what I'm
Jake
saying,
pulls from the
Yeah,
side.
you have to incept it.
We
Yeah.
could incept it. It's inceptible.
Oh.
I like the idea that partying with a bald person in general is just as dangerous to
It's
your
just
career.
you in the
Actually
background
refuse to.
getting your nipples clamped. It's just about how Ludwig's partying with you.
That's why I left the face party.
Oh yeah,
I saw a bald person.
yeah. That's
right.
what Banks.
Was Banks.
Oh,
Thanks when he takes out.
come
Takes one to
on.
know one, my man.
I did meet Father Banks in the flesh
Saw
at the
Cutie's picture.
Have you never met him in person
You're
before?
being gay. So it was Father.
This is about Ludwig's new book, Homophobic Cat.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I went to the face party. I'm homophobic now.
9 lives, they're all straight.
Hey, is that not fucked up? Is that not fucked up to go to the face party and then dunk on them? You were nice to FaZe Banks and you're shitting
No,
all over
I
him.
actually I wanted to talk about that because I do dunk on FaZe all the time, and I met with Banks, and like the first thing he ever saw of me was me dunking on him a bit from the vape campaign that I was going to run because I told that story.
Oh yeah.
And he saw that, and I've dunked on him many times in FaZe since, because they are like the frat boys of the esports
It's
industry.
easy to do.
Extremely
and it's fun.
Easy to
dunkable.
do.
Being a hater isn't easy, but it's always fun.
Plus, they have a lot of money and they flex it, so you can't feel too bad. And he was like, "Bro, you don't know how much like you're in my content rotation right now. Like I'm watching a lot of your shit." And I was like,
Aw.
"Oh no."
Yeah, that's right.
Part of me's don't know, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's right,
but I'm also
binge.
like I know he gets it because I've talked to him and he's okay with dunking to an extent.
Sure, it's all in the game.
Yeah.
I actually am the same way. People that would think that I'm like I get fucking mad or whatever. I think if I get dunked on by like someone in the game, it's like there's a lot of slack you can give.
I mean,
You know
that's
what
I think my whole thing is like I've been getting dunked on for the past week for how I dance, but it's way funnier when I'm getting dunked on.
No, that's fine. That's literally comedy.
Sure.
You know,
But
but it's like if
it's a lot
someone
of dunkage.
oh
They really ride it.
like
I am the one white ass they keep talking about.
that is funny. You are
And they're all white.
wait what?
Like the Hasan's all white. They just
Oh,
all the
they-
poggers guys.
The poggers guys shouldn't be
Oh.
shitting on you like that.
No. The WLR.
So Kai, did you meet Kai?
Yeah, he was sweet.
Yeah.
He was incredibly sweet. I met Kai and I met yourrage, and then I did the meme dance, and then they filmed me do the meme dance. It
With
was
the
funny.
meme dance? Oh, your
The
dad.
one that he got made
Yeah.
fun of for, yeah.
And they were very sweet. I met Aiden Ross, who's very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you buried the hatchet finally for real. You kiss him on the tongue and the lips.
What he
Did
said.
you get sussy?
No, he didn't get sussy.
give him a little piggyback
No,
ride?
we didn't get sussy.
did he say uppies?
Very casual.
They got a few AOs.
The only thing is he was, because when he got swatted once, I reached out to him just to like see if he was good, and so he said that at the party.
No.
He was like, "I appreciate
He's
it
like,
when you
thanks
did
for
that.
treating me like a human being.
That was real and made me feel good,
That's cool.
and that was nice." And then Nick Mercs also said hi to me, who I was also worried about because I dunked on a
Wait.
mogul male.
What? Nick Mercs went?
Yeah,
Way to stand by your guns.
well, he went to a FaZe party.
Stick by your guns.
What was his guns?
Nick Mercs ran a competing event the weekend of TwitchCon. In some ways, competing.
Oh, the
Wait, did that
cringe
actually
ass
happen?
bullshit.
Yeah, but it was more like a one-day meet and greet than a competition
That's
at
what I said it would
TwitchCon.
be.
So everyone who went to TwitchCon also
But
went
it
to
was
the Nick Mercs
also
thing.
like a no masks, no loads refused,
Yeah.
pimped
was-
out base cum
Cum
dump
dump,
event.
TwitchCon was kind of that. There was a vaccine check at the door, but the masks were not mandated at all. And I
Look
think
at him play the centered right now.
his was the cringy thing was his was advertised as like mask free fellas,
Yeah.
no
Did you-
worries.
Did you
fucking
ask him
cringe.
about the January 6th committee?
Well, no, because I'm getting searched too, so
yeah.
don't want to make myself culpable.
Yeah. That sucks.
But it was nice that he said hi first.
It is all in the game, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Everyone meets up, and it's like it's kind of in every industry. You're just like that. You're online, you talk shit, you meet up in person. It's really quieted down, and then
I mean,
you go
X
back
and
home and you
Hassan-
talk more shit,
X and Hasan hung out like all weekend.
which
weekend,
LSF
yeah.
is maulding about.
Yeah.
and that's funny too.
Why are
They're
they
just,
mad?
They're just so mad all the time
What are they? What?
because they think that everyone's a fake idiot snake streamer, which
And
they
they've
are, but it's
also
like
never
deal with
had
it.
personal relationships with anyone.
Oh.
So it's hard for them to
I
gauge
mean, I've had
what-
personal relationships, but personally, I would not let someone talk to me like that. Is what the LSF comment
Yeah,
is.
that's what they say.
That's bars.
If I ever had a friend that talked with me about anything, I wouldn't let them talk to me.
Dude, I think
like that.
have you guys seen the clip of Kai teaching XQC to get sturdy?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
insane.
I think it's the
That
funny-
happened in our house.
I think it's the funniest Twitch clip ever when he's like, "Go Felix," and he's just dancing in our house.
That's so hype.
Can you find that?
Kai's
Zipper?
the
that
truth.
We're
fucking-
becoming too big of XQC fanboys, by the way. Here.
No.
You know, I've never.
We've all brought up an individual moment we love about him. We can now talk some
I've
shit on
never
him.
watched his stream
You wanna
until
talk shit?
until he was here.
Yeah, we got to balance it. Mogul Mail,
I
please.
already did
What shit you talk?
that. He has to wear a helmet when he goes to sleep.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
me.
yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Actually, that's good. That's good. No,
Yeah,
we're
I'm good
We're
enough?
You saved the group, actually.
Yeah,
that
okay,
one.
yeah.
Shoot.
I'll hold that.
God
but,
damn.
You know. All right.
I don't want to say anything negative. Oh, there he
Fair
is.
enough.
He's moaning. He's
Yeah, he's getting loud.
So everyone's weekend was a silly little time for all the silly little boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hung out with Coots and Durs. It was great.
Where's Yingling? Where's your day one?
Yingling was busy with his family this
Yingling's
weekend.
just been
So-
off hitting the pen. It's all he does now.
Well, the Rick and Morty one broke.
Okay, we'll just cut in. He did go to a funeral.
No, I know this.
Okay. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I also probably hit the pen before he went.
Come on, man.
What?
This is grandma's funeral.
Come on, dude. Why do you tell us about your Try Guys stuff, man?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
this
you
is
got
a
a
Try
text
Guys stuff
message.
This is
to
the
talk about,
candy
dude.
that
Oh,
Aiden
yeah.
wanted. One of the Try Guys DM'd Ludwig.
The timeline of this stuff, as it appears on my Twitter, was like people making fun of them for being so upset about somebody cheating, and then people having the opposite take because SNL got in on it. I need help understanding.
Need to understand both circles exist.
Yeah.
I think the circle that thought what they did was good was always larger.
Yeah.
But maybe this was closer to
Well,
you.
SNL is also, it's funny because they're so cringe that they lost a 0-100 matchup, or a 100-0 matchup against the Try Guys, who were crying about their the cheating thing, which was
I'm Team Try Guys. I'm Team You're Dumb on this.
Because he just fucking messaged you, bro. Of course you are.
Hey, Try Guys sounds like hanging out with Aiden.
Oh man, this is a bad look for Nick Nation. Nick stock
tell me about the
plummeting
Try Guys?
as we speak.
Can you tell me about
as
the
we
Try
speak?
Guys?
But the stock is saved barely. Maybe it's a dead can't bounce. We'll see.
That's like Faze's
Thanks,
stock
bud.
price right there.
He just texted me and he was like, I'm counting on you to tell me if Dream's Kanye tweet was a joke. I don't even know what this tweet is actually, Zipper. If you can pull up Dream Kanye tweet.
Yeah, you hung out with Dwayne.
Oh, no, that was it. Kanye tweeted, who do you think created cancel culture? And then Dream replied, the liberals. In skull face emoji, skull face emoji, skull face emoji, down thumb, and then check mark. And it got a lot of likes, which when it gets that many.
It did. 132,000.
That means it's not just Minecrafters liking this,
can't
presumably.
ratio
You can't
Yee, though.
ratio Kanye though.
Yeah,
ratio
there's
Yee.
there's a what do you call it?
There's a cap. There's a limit. There's levels to this.
You guys, did you see the tweet he sent out about? I can't. Can you pull up Kanye's tweet about Mark Zuckerberg Zipper?
Oh, the Mark Zuckerberg.
Dude,
that's
I was crying laughing.
That's
He
really
got
funny.
banned. Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw, dude, he got also so anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Dude, did he keep tweeting?
Wait, you don't know about this?
Wait, this is the only one I saw.
This one is
really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
This is like the only one I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's funny. He says, look at this, Mark. How are you going to kick me off Instagram? You used to be my neighbor.
Imagine it's just this, but it's just Kai teaching XQC to get sturdy.
Are you gonna do me like this, Felix? No, Zipper, can you bring up the banned tweet? Dude, Kanye fucking, I think he's off Twitter or he's suspended because he made a tweet about the Jews.
I think his tweet about who do you think invented cancel culture wasn't like an open-ended one. I think he was referring to like the Jewish people who hung Jesus.
They canceled Jesus?
I think that was like the top comment I saw.
Wow, bars.
He was like the first canceled person.
Okay, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3, which is it's
also
defense
not-
condition. It's DEFCON supposed to be.
You know what's also funny?
And then he
3
says-
is not that bad.
3 is, yeah.
It's
1,
where we're at kind of, it's like Air Force ready to go in 15 minutes.
on Jewish people. The funny thing is, actually, I can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda.
I want to know.
So this got real. This happened.
I'm more
He said
interested
this.
in how he has figured out how to use 3 spaces instead of a period.
Yeah, is that
Is that
like
like
a
a
custom
it's like a choice?
function?
Yeah.
Why?
What about why?
I mean, I
Was this?
don't think we can really break down the why
was this
as much.
before or after the Tucker interview?
After.
This was like
Did
the other
you
night.
see him wearing the White Lives Matter shirt?
I did.
Isn't that
That shit
crazy?
is insane.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get inside the mind of Mencia here because I have no idea what he literally thinks he's doing. But it's just crazy that he said that, and then Dweem also was in the mix, and then Dweem he revealed his face to get strange. Ludwig.
Wow.
Tell me I'm
That
right.
is the slime tweet.
Tell
You're
me I'm
not
right.
You're not
Why?
right.
Did you talk to him?
Yes, I met Dream. He's very sweet.
And Ludwig asked him. He said, "Did you reveal your face to get strange?"
Did you
He's
do
not
that?
trying to get
Because
strange.
if he goes to TwitchCon, he's just a fucking guy.
What do you mean?
Because no one knows what he looks like. But he had to reveal, now he can get the strange.
You can also meet fans
Stop calling it
in a
strange.
normal
Keep
way.
calling it the strange.
But that's what it's for.
He did it just to, I think, meet his friends who are all there, who he's never showed his face to, and his fans.
Sure.
Not to have intercourse with anyone.
But you're saying this so absolutely.
I'm just so right. I'm so right about this.
You're saying it like you're certain.
Is that what he said?
Did you ask him?
I met him.
Is that what he said? Answer my
Stop
fucking
trying
question,
to have me
Ludwig.
prove a negative here.
Just say you don't know for sure.
I prove you don't know for sure that it wasn't my thing.
What are you talking about?
Prove for sure you don't know that he went to TwitchCon just to meet his friends.
I'm just
How
saying.
do you know for sure that's not his
I'm
reason?
not saying that is not a thing. I'm just saying.
So you want to make all realities possible?
It's a theory.
Prove he didn't go to
Game
TwitchCon.
theory.
Prove he didn't go to TwitchCon to murder everyone there. Prove he didn't go to TwitchCon to assassinate.
Why did he time it before he went to TwitchCon?
What do you mean?
So he could
so he could meet his friends. Because then he was out. So strange.
But then there's also at TwitchCon, there's Strange.
What is more commonly known to be at TwitchCon?
Strange.
1, fans. 2, other streamers. Or 3, a place that you go to get strange. Which of the 3 is TwitchCon?
I mean,
Welcome to the Lenovo Strange booth. Step right up and take your pick.
who are you asking,
This
right?
isn't
Because everyone's
GQ.
different. Everyone's different. You know?
Most likely.
Most likely.
You should look up Occam's razor.
But there is a percentage
You should
chance.
fucking
There's a
tattoo that on your
percentage chance
forehead.
that Dweem did
Backwards
this
so you see it in the mirror.
because he'd be like, you know what?
There's a non-zero chance that I kill you tonight.
He's so scared of the Minecraft
In a video
stand.
game.
I am too, but I think this is fine. There's nothing. Hey, what's up, Minecraft lovers? There's nothing wrong with
Why
Wilson
is-
Strange. The only other time I affected Dream, which was I claimed that he could be bald, and then he responded, "No, I'm not," and then he posted a picture with his hair.
Okay, I also talked about it.
Yeah, but I was
tweeted
there.
about it.
You wouldn't have said it if I wasn't
Sure,
there.
you did come up with a meme.
So all I'm saying
He
is,
was wearing an eye patch all weekend.
Yeah, what was that?
He
Did he hurt
tweeted
himself?
about it. Yeah,
Yeah, he like hurt his eye.
I guess he did an XQC type night terror, like in the middle of his sleep.
oh shit.
He hurt himself and he woke up and he had
Oh,
like a
shit.
pretty bad gash.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like,
had,
It sucks.
I had to wear eye patch. I had fucked up injury and they stuck. They're not fun.
Amazon's putting it in the wires to your internet, and it just comes and downloads your blood.
The eye patch?
The night terrors.
Oh yeah. That's what happens. You know?
Someone stole my 100,000 like tweet.
What are you talking?
I took pictures with Dream in a photo booth
Mm-hmm.
and I had these 4 photos from it. And I took a picture of one of the 4 photos. And then I went to get Nick because Nick just showed up. So I leave the partner lounge, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes when I was calling you, trying to find you. Come back and someone stole the photo booth pictures. I couldn't show off the other 3 and get my sweet Twitter likes.
Rare.
Wow.
I only had the one picture.
You've added to lore. You've added to the S&P lore.
I don't like that. I don't
That's
like
gonna be
that,
good.
man. It's like you go to there's just so many people. It's not a TwitchCon community thing. Oh, there it is. It's like not. It's not necessarily the people that go to TwitchCon. It's just that there's so many people that the ratio of like shitheads is just gonna be higher.
This was in the partner lounge.
Yeah, I think it might be Carl Jacobs as a meme and then he forgot.
That's hype.
That is Tina's running theory.
Mm.
But I think you're right. I also think maybe it's also more like maybe like a little bit higher percent to be weird when you go to TwitchCon or
Yeah.
some internet convention.
It's just because I went to Big House and it was like I felt at home. I was like these are
They're
my
much
people.
more social people.
You know what I mean? Well,
Like if you go to the Ultimate Frisbee convention, I think everyone's gonna be chill.
You would have hated
really?
it.
No.
Yes.
Why?
You would between people.
There was a lot of entitlement. There's a lot of egos.
It's cliquey, and there's a lot of people who are swarming.
Oh.
A lot of people streaming too, which is like a kind of a weirder interaction to meet someone under the pretense of.
Yeah, they come
That
up
they're
and they're
filming.
live.
I think the thing I don't like, I was explaining this to somebody recently, and the thing that I don't like would be being in an area where you're recognized by people who aren't really into what you do, and they just want to interact or take a picture for the
to
sake
check a box.
to check
Pokedex.
the box. And I feel like you're the most susceptible to this. Like you were describing this already.
Because no one cares about what you do.
Yeah, and he signed the
That's-
deal with the devil though. Ludwig knew this back when he had 200 viewers. He was like, "This is where I'm going, and this is what I need to be ready for."
Yeah,
was
but you
cool
didn't
with it.
sign that deal,
No, I didn't sign.
and
the
you
deal with
wouldn't
the
want
devil.
that.
I rage against the devil
But
every
you are
day.
at that stage of recognition where I think it would be like that for you.
To an extent, but like I feel like I'm more deep cut enough to where I won't get rando scrando.
I don't
Wait.
mind a rando scrando wanting a little pic, even if it's for the
everything's
Pokedex.
fine if people are fine.
The
That's
only
all.
thing I
You would-
don't like is people
You
who are
would
at
get
parties.
rando scrando.
You would get
Mm.
rando scrando, but
Yeah,
you
I
get
got
some rando
got
strange.
fucking randos. They got tons.
Okay, but it's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
Nick
like
was also
whatever.
my giveaway.
Dude, I hate Ludwig. We're
Me
walking
too.
around.
Wow.
I'm
Damn.
sunnies on, full mask on, walking around. Someone comes up to him and he goes, "You gotta get a hat."
That's really funny.
I'm
To
like,
you?
to me, he says to me.
Oh.
I'm like, bro, you can see
You both have Top Gun hats?
you can see like 20% of me right now.
Bro, your hair
Yeah,
is
but
too
your hair's so- too
recognizable, man.
identifiable.
Yo, fuck yourself. I tried so much. I tried so
I'm
much
just
harder.
saying, if Syndrome walks around without a hat, people are
Ludwig
gonna notice.
walk around like this, dressed in fucking Crocs with socks on, and nothing matches.
What do you think?
Oh, I wonder who that is.
They're not looking at the ground.
With the bright blonde hair.
You do dress like a fucking clown.
You also do.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
I look great.
You also dress like a clown most of the time.
I dress normally. You go to fucking Disneyland in America.
Neither of you
once.
dress normally.
You don't. Yeah, we're
Neither
the
of you.
same.
You definitely don't. You're further from normal than he is.
He's very far from normal.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
What he has
Name-
on right now is what he wears most of the time.
Name an outfit.
What I have on right now is pretty normal.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
this is as normal as it gets.
Oh, it's like 9 p.m. I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
be
we
in
were
jammies.
explaining at TwitchCon, the big house of twitching, that you were dressed like a clown, and you're blaming his hair.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
it's a giveaway.
Not gonna get any.
Big tell.
Not gonna get any strange with that hair either.
Zero.
Whoa.
Wait, why?
Damn. Whoa. What the hell?
Yes, he will.
I was out of pocket,
Oh,
Aiden.
come on.
Damn.
Because he's not. He's taken.
Oh, right.
And he wouldn't
yeah.
want-
That's a good
Oh,
point.
Listen,
That's not why he's at
True.
TwitchCon.
Good point.
well, some people, hey, you go for a different reason.
Okay. All right. Move on.
Some famous
Moving
people
on.
do.
Moving on. We get the reference, Aiden.
Why are you so scared,
Sons of
man?
bitches.
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared.
Tell me why you're scared.
I have certain leashes with certain people on the things I can say, and some I think are shorter. So I try to be
Dream's
respectful.
got you on a tight leash?
That's a weird way to rephrase it.
You literally said
No,
that.
I said I have leashes.
Dream.
You have Dream on a leash. Like a
Yes.
dog, like an animal.
Okay, don't be so literal.
Like a Minecraft dog.
Yeah, sure. There, that's slightly sweeter.
He did very publicly announce that it was so he could go move in and hang out with his friends for the first time.
Yeah, you would say that.
Oh my god!
So I would meet this person and be like, oh, yeah, no, you're actually
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not
Can I
shitting
ask you a
on
question?
Dream.
Have you ever seen a Dream video?
No.
That is so funny. I haven't either, but I'm not saying anything strange, so I'm in the clear.
Look,
Ludwig's so mad.
there's nothing wrong
Ludwig's
with
so-
what I'm saying.
Ain't nothing,
If
ain't
that's
nothing wrong with Little Strange.
Thank you.
Nobody would think that is. I'm just saying. He said that he was going to meet his
Listen, my
friends.
parents are dead. All right, you cannot
Who
attack them.
fucking-
You
What?
can't wield that.
Yeah, I'm saying
wielding that for?
Speak to that.
the Minecraft stands cannot get me. You know what I mean? There's no one.
What,
So who
what are
asked?
you like? What are you can't dox my family.
Yeah,
Minecraft
oh my
stands
That's right.
because
Yeah, there's no one
because
in my
they're
life
dead.
left to love. So there.
All right, man.
You went to Big House to get strange.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what
Oh,
you're
I
doing.
don't
can't
like
believe
that.
you didn't notice quicker.
You don't like that.
And
You
I
snapped.
did.
And you failed.
Oh, got me. You
and
didn't.
you failed, bro.
Your true self wasn't
No.
revealed the second I said
You
it.
didn't.
I get it. But the thing is, there's not someone in a fucking podcast somewhere else being like, "No, he didn't." And that's the funny part.
On Banter, maybe.
Hmm?
They're talking about it on Banter.
On Banter the podcast,
Mhm.
Karl Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think Slime went to Big House to get straight.
And then it's Karl
Dude.
defending you.
You know how Karl owned me on the pod?
Yeah.
You know this? So I owned him back so hard. We're at TwitchCon. So if you're a partner, you get like a partner badge. But if you're like a ultra cool person, you get like a star. And mine did not have a star because I just signed up on the website to go to TwitchCon.
What do you need to get the star?
I don't know. I'm sure it's like a list of specific people.
You got to be swag.
What is it? What is it, Aiden? What do you need?
How do you get the star, Aiden? Because I don't know.
You got some in the chamber.
He needs some strange.
it's your strange star.
He's barely even squeaking out the
He
joke.
likes it. I'm Aiden's. Aiden is my biggest fan.
Yeah. You are to
He can't stop laughing.
Aiden what Migos to you.
He's still laughing. Nick was trying to tell a story.
No, I like this.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Why don't you have the star?
Why don't you have the star? No. So what? How'd you own him?
Because Ludwig gave me Karl's pass to get into like the ultra partner lounge. So
Allegedly.
So I was allegedly Karl Jacobs in a video game.
Okay.
And I was walking in. I'm like, hello, I'm Karl Jacob.
Yeah.
And then we went in. And then he walked up and he saw my thing and he was like, you're not Karl Jacobs. And I was like, hey, what's up, dude? Gave him a hug. Gave him his pass. And then he looked at my pass and he's like, oh, you don't have a star? and he's like, he's owning me in front of people I don't know.
Mhm.
So he's like, oh, you don't have a star? And I'm like, and I try to run a bit, and I'm like, he's like, oh, but mine was orange and his was like blue. I'm like, no, I have the orange pass. And he's like, oh yeah, what's the orange pass? And I'm like, above 6 feet. You can go on all the rides here.
Oh, you snapped it too?
Snap, it was instant. And he was like, dude. It's like, come on. And I'm like, oh, for fucking me.
If you hesitate for a second and say that line, you've lost so much equity. It's important to snap that off. That's great.
I brought Nick over and I was like, I was having him do tricks because we had to bop it.
Dude,
What are you talking about? Like he's your dog.
Yeah.
Right, no, literally, right when we get to TwitchCon, we walk into the lounge. The first thing he does is, Nick, play the bop it. And I'm like, what? He's like, play the bop it. I bet you get a high score. And then he gives it to me and he walks away.
What?
So I start.
Why did you do that?
I start playing and then I realize I'm like alone playing bop it. And I'm like, did he just try to distract me like a kid? And I walk over, I'm like, I'm still going. And I'm like, why am I doing this, Ludwig? And he's just like, oh, we were playing earlier. I don't know. And I'm like, you made it sound so much more important.
And then he leads you over. He's like, "There's Valorant on this PC. Play a game.
And then I, first tried the high score. And then 2, later he used it to parade me around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an all for Ludwig event.
No, I was showing off Nick and how cool he was. Because what happened is
He
we were
needs
playing.
a lot of help,
You were
right?
in the no
Sorry, I was
loads
being a good
refused
friend.
lounge.
With my fuck you
it was
flip
just,
flops.
I think it was Austin Show and one more person who were just watching me bop it. Like I'm standing there alone bop it and they kind of walk up and they're just watching me and I'm like, Ludwig told me to do this. And they're like nodding their heads.
I would have killed myself.
And then I was like,
Let me explain.
I don't know what's going on. And they're like, no, this is entertaining. We're just going to watch. I'm like, okay. And I lose. I'm like, oh, it's over.
We were
No,
bop
no.
up.
We'll find
We were
Ludwig.
bop up itting in a circle of us. It was like me, Leslie, Ray, me young, and no one could beat the high score, which was not even good. It was like 14, but everyone was so shit.
Damn, that's fucking terrible,
It
guys.
was bad. We all had like about 1, maybe 2 goes. And I thought to myself, and I said out loud, I was like, my roommate Nick would crush us. And then Nick happened to arrive. I brought him in, and I wanted him to show how good he was, but they had left. So I thought, okay, well, let's still have him get the high score, because then when they come back, I can be like, check it out, and then bang.
You
I'll
know
be
how
like,
you told
score.
me in Valorant, I'll commit to an idea even though the
It's
situation
like
has
that,
changed.
yeah. It's exactly
And
that.
I should change depending on the
It's
dynamics
exactly
of the
that.
But
situation.
then we just happened to have a guy walk by who's leaving the venue, and he's holding a bop it, and we were on stream bored.
And I said, what's the record on that thing? And he's like, oh, you're trying to run it? And then he like came and sat with us, and we did a bop it circle.
Oh,
It was
wow.
on Hasan's stream.
And Nick was crushing,
Great.
as I expected.
As I expect.
He's a gamer.
Interesting.
Yeah, you used him for content. It's fine.
Dude, XQC is so competitive with bop it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he any good?
He loses. He goes, oh, fuck! Fuck, it's fucking game! He's like, why? And he looks over to Ludwig. He goes, why is my brain so bad?
Yeah, he is just actually like that.
Yeah, there's like in that same partner lounge, it's like basically maximum like 30 people in there at a time. Like really not a lot of people in there. And everyone's kind of hanging out, socializing, talking. X is just playing a racing game alone in the corner. Like anytime there was a game, he just went and played the game.
He just like me.
and I'm
FR.
like, he is like me for real.
Yeah. I mean, that is kind of a cool idea of cons in general, is that like, if you go to a con, you're most likely not the most socially adept person, but then you go and it's like, everyone's kind of like that. And you shouldn't be, it's like, it's more of a judge-free environment than like school or something, a normie place.
No pumps refused.
That's like the appeal. You get into your like niche interest and you're surrounded by people who also love it and support you.
Yeah.
That's definitely the appeal.
But I think the problem with TwitchCon is that everyone's trying to be a movie star, and that's like,
and the cabal.
it's poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cabal.
Cabal meetings were weird.
What were they?
Yeah, I
What
was
did you
in on
guys
them.
talk about? Laying eggs,
Yeah, who's getting strange?
licking your eyes.
All the classics.
Yeah, you know what? I think we learned a lot today about each other.
The fuck?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
To answer the question we started with, I do think we've gotten closer, Ludwig.
Wow.
I think we're gonna get a lot closer
Because
from
of the
here on
podcast?
out. No.
What?
Just in the same time frame.
I've heard we get even closer on the Patreon. Are we at
No,
that time?
wait. I had this idea. Listen, imagine if you could use discount codes for like Uber Eats and stuff, but it was like the code was like a slur, and it's like use code FSLUR if you dare. And
Dude,
then-
I
and then-
wouldn't say it out loud if I thought that.
But that's what I was right. Like, so I wouldn't use it. I just cop the extra money. But then they'd be like, well, we're offering you a discount, and it's like this fucked up litmus test to get
like a
Yeah,
Mr.
led by
Beast.
Uber, a company that is just
You're
the
talking
bastion
about-
of ethics.
I get you're talking about like a Mr. Beast thing where it's like
say it.
you just have to say the slur to
Mr.
leave the
Beast,
circle
I
or
made a
whatever.
This is just. This is
I made a
just
bunch
like,
of people say it for $1 million.
This is like if Ken Chen was the Siri in your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Ken Shen's like, oh, you want to find out how tall Winona Ryder is? Say it.
This is how like gamer bros validate saying slurs because you would say it in this circumstance.
Dude, oh yeah. There was like an old Tumblr post. It's like, what if like there was a Make-A-Wish kid of like dying, and then they really wanted to
Could they say it?
Yeah, and it's
And
like
they're singing along to a song.
Why
would it be like
Why
that?
do you need this so bad?
What if I happen
It'd
to
be
be in
pretty
that
funny if
spot?
that kid said it. Oh, what do I do? Get mad at him?
My final message. Goodbye.
Like, bro, that's kind of fucked up.
Is it time? Is it time to
Zipper?
gather all the kids up and
It
and go
is.
to sleep? And we go to the yard after dark on the Patreon.
Where we get even closer with our friendships.
Any honk shoe
I'm
mini
a
mirrors?
cat.
Honk TWT.
All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining us. If you want to see Ludwig be a cat some more,
Borkum
If
Devils.
you want to see our little kitten in the Patreon
If you want to see my
episode.
little kitten Ludwig be a real nice kitten for us, go to the Patreon.
Bro, did you see Mizkiv's comeback stream?
I fucking
That is you.
And that's such a Ludwig thing.
When do I
That's
do
my
that?
Ludwig
When do I
ick.
do
That's
that?
my ick.
This is my
That's
ick.
my ick.
No, he
That's
took
my
it.
ick.
He took it. You got to find a new
No,
one. He took it.
my Ludwig ick
Fine.
is that he just gets weirdly attached to the first thing he found.
Yeah.
Give me 3 examples.
As if it,
Wait, okay,